and it always gets like moist. I'm going to put some rice in it. The rice is all
Hello, good morning. Happy September, happy meteorological autumn, happy Wednesday. I haven't recorded a vlog in so long because I just haven't had the brain capacity for it. 2024 has been a challenging year. Not all bad, but certainly very challenging. And as a result, I haven't had an awful lot of spare mental capacity to do the things I enjoy. And when I have had the mental capacity, I have overthought things to the absolute minute degree. Anyway, I am getting ready for the day. You can see I'm looking a bit dishevelled, so I need to be ready for work in about 3. Okay, let's try that again. I just had what to me is a very exciting delivery of some soil and some mulch bark stuff. I'll show you all the garden a bit later because exciting things have happened out there. I think I've probably shown you some clips already, but yeah, I need to get ready for work now, so let's do that. We are keeping hair and face, and I've just realised I'm not even wearing any glasses yet, so it's probably why things feel a bit weird today. Anyway, I'm keeping things super simple with skin care and hair care at the moment. I'm just going to leave my fringe as a side fringe today. It's due for a cut on Saturday, so it's a bit too long. It ends up like under my glasses and getting in my eyes and stuff. So yeah, we're just keeping it really simple at the moment. But I just wanted to hop on and sort of have a chat with you guys, really. So much has happened. We've been working, I think last time I uploaded, we just had the kitchen done, or we were having the kitchen done. And then we sort of had a mini break from doing a lot in the house, but we had the carpets done in my office and our bedroom. So I can show you that later. And we've also been doing a lot of work in the back garden. Reason being, we really want to get the lounge floor done soon. And then once we've done that, that is like a big part of the downstairs done. The paint needs refreshing in some places. And we still need to make a plan as to what we're doing with the fireplace. But we didn't want to do the downstairs floor until we'd done the messy stuff, because we haven't got a side gate, so we can't bring like dirty things around the side of the house, so it has to come through the house. And there would be nothing more irritating than having a nice new floor and then we have to start bringing mud and dirt and filth and everything through the house. And it has been a really muddy, dirty process. Luckily, with the kitchen floor, it's all wiped down. So we're like mopping every day at the moment. It's so muddy. And I'll show you why in a bit later, in a minute in this video. So long story short, we're desperate to get the wooden floor. We're going to change from carpet to wood downstairs, but we don't want to get that done before the garden's done. So we're like, let's get the garden done, or at least on the way, all the dirty stuff done. And then we can come back inside in the winter and do some of the, get the lounge going. You know, we want to get new sofa or sofas. We want to change that 1 to 2 because we've had that sofa. Well, it's 8 years old now. It's been through an awful lot, that sofa. So yeah, it's time to get it. It's time to get it redone, replaced. So I'm just going to go wash my hands because they've got SPF all over them. Then we're going to try and straighten out this mop. I need to find my glasses. That's better. I'm not massively happy with having my fringe like this today, but it'll have to do. I need to wash my hair tonight anyway. It's that weird thing, that girl thing, of trying to figure out when to wash your hair so that it's not too dirty when I go to the hairdressers, but equally I don't want to overwash my hair. My hairdresser's really lovely. Sometimes I've gone in there and I've been like, I'm really sorry, my hair is horrible today, and she's like, it's fine, don't worry. So she's really lovely like that and really forgiving, but still I don't want to go in with filthy hair. I don't want it to be dirt. I don't want it to be clean. Some people wash their hair like right before they go, but I don't think I want to do that because I don't like over washing my hair. It makes it it's not good for the curls basically. So I only wash my hair sort of twice a week, which is good because it used to be every other day actually. If I could go longer I would, but you can see there's some nice curls back there and we'd ruin them if we overwashed it. Anyway, that's me pretty much ready for the day. It's going to be a Billy Basic one because I've got lots on this morning. 3 calls before lunch. This, by the way, I don't know if they've still got it now, but it's the Body Shop Lime and... Oh, go on. Focus on that. Body Shop Lime and Matcha Hair and Body Mist. It's going to make me sneeze. Sorry. And it's really lovely and it's really invigorating. And when I don't feel like putting a lot of makeup on, just making sure you smell nice. That's enough sometimes, isn't it? Even if no one's going to smell me today. We might do something a bit with my hair later. But at the moment I'm happy with it. It's all right. Anyway, I need to go and log on and start working for the day. I feel like it's becoming a common theme in my vlogs when I post them that I make my bed. But it's just because it's a really, I don't know, it's a really important part of my day is making my bed because it means that I'm up and I'm at 'em and I'm ready to fight the day. And I hate going to bed in an unmade bed. It's just, it's not the right vibes. It's not the right vibes. So yeah, I thought, well, why not carry on as we always have, you know, don't want to change up the vibes too much on the vlogs. It's been a long time coming, but here we are, finally doing a kitchen tour. So welcome to my kitchen. It is a bit of a grey day today, but I thought if I don't do it now, then I'm never going to do it. I've also just noticed that my outfit kind of makes me blend in with this kitchen. So obviously, that means we picked the right colour. Bit of background, we got all our kitchen fitted through Wren. We've had a brilliant experience with them. I know there's very, very mixed reviews over Wren, but myself and my in-laws, both mother and brother-in-law, have both had their kitchens done through them. And again, no problems whatsoever. We, as you can see, went for this, I think it was called sage green. I think it's a bit light for a sage. but that's what we went for. If I can find the other details of like the specs, I will put them down below in the description. But yeah, welcome to our kitchen. So for those of you who have been here since we moved in, you might remember there's no nice way to say it. It was a very tired kitchen. It was very 90s. There was not a lot of love in this kitchen. It was greasy, it was dirty, it was rusty in places. There had been leaks that hadn't been properly repaired, like bits hadn't been repaired after. There was door handles falling off. It was a really, really bad room. When we did the viewing, we probably, well, some of the damage you couldn't really tell because the cupboards were full of stuff, and you couldn't necessarily appreciate just how tired it was. B, yeah, it was, and as a result, what I should say is we weren't expecting to have to completely gut this room and start again. We were thinking we would probably change the drawers, maybe do the work surfaces, you know, the cupboards, but we didn't think we'd actually have to do the skeleton, the whole lot. I mean, when I say the whole lot, I can show you photos. We literally had the room gutted and started again. Also, this half of the kitchen used to be garage, so there was a not insignificant drop in the floor level that side of the room compared to this side of the room, so we had to have the floor leveled. It was a lot of work. Totally worth it. It's a lot of money that we have had to fork out. Luckily not in one go, I'll be honest. We have financed for this, we had to, and we're so lucky that we're able to chop up a bit of money to do that, to be able to pay it off like that. Anyway, let's actually show you the kitchen. So let's just shut this door. So probably my favourite cupboard in this whole kitchen is this cupboard here. Before, it was just our tumble dryer with a random block of wood. There was no cupboard. It was just a weird shelf here that clearly didn't belong to the rest of the room. What we wanted to do, well, initially what we really wanted to do was have the washing machine and the tumble dryer all in this cupboard, and this cupboard is actually designed for that, to have both machines stacked on top of each other. But unfortunately, the way our plumbing works, we couldn't do that, and we had to have we had to have the washing machine separately. So instead, we decided to make this into our drinks cupboard. The two things that we really wanted out of this kitchen was A, lots of space on the surfaces so that when Mike cooks, and he does really enjoy cooking, he's got plenty of space to do that. And B, it's easy for me to clean up, hence why we want lots of space on the surfaces. So, you know, I'm not having to dance around things to try and keep it clean. So by having the coffee machine, the tea, the kettle, we've got a milk frother, we've got a soda stream. By having all of these things tucked away in a cupboard, it just makes the whole room feel so much less cluttered. And I love this cupboard. We've got the mugs, we've got all the tea, we've got everything you need to make a hot drink besides the milk there. And to be honest, the milk is like literally just there, so you know. So yeah, absolutely love this cupboard. It's, like I say, it's specially designed to have tumble dryers, washing machines in it, and it's actually vented, so what you can't see is at the back, it's like the wall is, the back of the cupboard is actually pushed forward a bit, and there's a gap so that you can, the steam, the condensation, whatever, comes up the back and out the top, which you can't see, but out the top. So it's less likely to get damp. And to be honest, we leave these cupboard doors open quite a lot. So yeah, it's not going to get damp, which is one of the things we were worried about. Next to it, we've got a nice tool cupboard. We did have a tool cupboard there before, and it was okay, but it was falling apart. and so we just replaced it, and we've made this, let me just shut these doors, look like one big unit, which I really like. It just looks like it's meant to fill that space perfectly, and I have to say the builders, the kitchen fitters did a fantastic job of doing that. You're probably wondering why I've put you at this slightly weird and not very flattering angle, but I wanted to show you this here. This is another really fantastic feature that we really wanted in our kitchen, and that was to have a drawer where the bins go. I love this. I love that they are tucked away, that there's not this eyesore of a bin somewhere. It also has a little drawer on top so that you can put the bin bags, we've got the doggy bags, we've got everything in here that you could ever need for waste disposal all in one place. And I just really love that it's all tucked away in a nice tidy fashion. Okay, coming round to the other half of the kitchen, so this is the garage side we're talking about now. One thing that if you saw the old kitchen, hello dog, tippy taps, if you saw the other kitchen you might have already clocked is that we moved our oven. So we have now got our oven slightly raised. Now this cupboard is designed for a double oven, and maybe one day we will invest and get a second oven, but for now we're using the cubby here to house our microwave, and you can see it looks fine. It's probably not the most aesthetically pleasing part of the kitchen, but it works really well. We also can leave all of our chopping boards and things tidied away, and it's just a really nice unit. This drawer down here, you can just about see, is probably my least favourite drawer in the whole kitchen, because this is where we keep our baking trays, and the only way to get to the baking tray at the bottom is to take all the other ones out and then grab it and then put them all back again. If I can find a way to organise that better, then I will. But that's what we're doing for now. Also, this was all dead space when we had the kitchen before. There was nothing here. So to have a whole tool unit, we've got a cupboard for all of Mike's Tupperware collection and other bits and bobs. Over in this corner of the kitchen we have got the classic corner cupboard, and everyone hates a corner cupboard, don't they? And I particularly hate them because there's nothing I want to do less than get down on my hands and knees and try and scurry into the back of a cupboard. So we went for the pull-out kidney shelves. The only problem with them, and it is such a minor problem, is that they do not house a lot of stuff on them. But one of the things we obviously wanted, well maybe not obviously, but one of the things we wanted in this kitchen was to not have loads of clutter. So by not having big shelves that you can stuff loads on, it makes us have less crap. Conduction hob, best purchase. I used to really like gas and hate electricity. This is just like a whole different level of effective. I love it. We also then decided to go for drawers underneath the hob, which is where a lot of the utensils and things live, and we've got our pots and pans at the bottom, just perfectly placed for when you are cooking on the hob. Not the best lighting, but this is our sink. We decided to go for a fancy one that disconnects and has the run and spray action on the tap, and yeah, it's a sink. We got a quartz top. I don't know if I said that already, but this is a quartz top, and so we had the draining board, you know, etched into the quartz, and I have to say I was really anxious about this top because I didn't want anything super high maintenance, and to be honest it's actually really easy. You wash it with water, soapy water, you know, washing up liquid, and that's it. You don't need loads of fancy chemicals. So yeah, really love that.
Hello, it is actually the 2nd of October when I'm filming this bit. I've been waiting for a half decent day to do a garden tour with you guys before I finish off this vlog, and it's just been really wet and rainy, so we've got a little bit of sunshine but mostly a big black rain cloud looking at me. So we're going to try and get this done. Hopefully my little outdoor microphone is working. If not, I'll have to do a voiceover. So for those of you who don't remember, when we first moved in, this whole garden was decked, 100% decked. And well, I mean, you can see roughly what we've done. So we've removed all of the decking. We have installed a greenhouse. We've installed a new arch. Don't worry, we have actually rescued the plants that were around that arch, if you remember it. We have started a veg patch. We've got some shrubs and things. This wall that you can see here, that was actually already here underneath the decking. You can see we've been trying to grow some grass. This actually looks so green on camera. It does not look green in real life, but you can see it's only a week and a half old since we've sown it. So yeah, it's still early days. We've kept the borders, the raised beds, because I actually quite like them. The wood needs a little bit of treatment, but I do actually quite like them. I think my prize possession at the moment is that greenhouse. Oh look, you can see the rain starting to fall. It's starting to spit. The patio is absolutely massive now. I've started planting up some garlic there. There's still quite a lot that needs to do with the patio. We've got a new water butt. We've got some little window boxes, you can see. Love it, it's getting there. So let me just explain a few things with you. But there you can see it's actually starting to look like a proper garden again. Oh, that's not the best angle in the world, is it? I had to come in because my neighbours were outside, and it was also starting to spit. So I thought, let's just come in and explain sort of some more of the plans. So going on, obviously, we want to get that grass nice and established. I really, for my mental health, if nothing else, need to be able to put my bare feet on grass. It's just something that I've always needed in my life, is to be able to walk on grass barefoot. So like I say, going to try and get that established. We might have to do a second sow in the spring, but if we do, we do. I'm not particularly worried. The brand of grass seed I've got, as you can see, that is like a week and a half old, and it is flipping amazing. I've used this grass seed before when we were in our last rental. It was a really patchy lawn. It was under loads of trees, so really shaded quite a lot of the time. And it was quite a good tester for me, because I knew, well, I hoped we were going to be coming to this garden, and we knew that this garden had a big oak tree that shaded a lot of it. So I knew if it worked in that place, it would almost definitely work here. So yeah, that's the plan for that. The patio we're leaving this year, you can see it's not in the best condition, but the plan is next year to do like a brick cobble. We've sort of done the maths, and it shouldn't be too expensive if we do it ourselves, and Mike's pretty up for having a go at doing it himself. He's becoming quite the DIY husband, I have to say. And then we will also be like restoring the walls. I'm not changing them. A, it's too much like hard work, and B, actually the brickwork isn't that bad. Yes, they've beaten it up on the top sort of course of bricks so that they could put the decking down, but I think actually we can sort of smooth it, level it. We've saved bricks that we found when we took the decking up, and so some are really bad, we can replace them. So there's things we can do to restore it, and it's been actually really fun. I feel like we have restored this garden as opposed to renovating it. It feels like it's going back to what it was meant to be as a garden. And don't get me wrong, if you like decking and you find it works for you, great. But for me, as someone who is, here comes the rain, for me as someone who is really green fingered, and really needs nature, really keen on encouraging our wildlife and things like that. And I know there is ways to do that with decking, but it just wasn't inspiring for me. It was really, in fact, it was the opposite of inspiring. I found it really demoralizing having to you had to constantly keep it tidy, sweeping, you're treating wood all the time. Actually, when we started taking out the decking, we saw that a lot of the wood was really damp, wet, and it was starting to rot. So the decking would have had to come up at some point anyway. So for us, it had to go. It had to go. And I'm very, very grateful to Mike because he's done so much of the hard labour that I can't do. He's been really sweet, bless him. He said, you know, he's got to do the hard work and then he's handed it over to me to do the soft work, as it were, with the plants and the gardening. And, you know, I've really loved already spending afternoons in my greenhouse, sort of potting things up, putting things, getting things ready for winter. Because even in winter, there's stuff you can be doing in the garden. So that's our little garden update. Obviously, I will keep you abreast of what's going on in these little monthly vlogs, but I just wanted to do that little bit before I finished this vlog. So that was September. It probably wasn't the best vlog I've ever done in the world, so bear with me whilst I get back into the swing of things. Like I said, I think earlier in this vlog, I'm going to start with monthly ones and see how I get on. Hopefully I will feel like I've got more to show you and more to talk about, because life for me is a little bit boring, I think. Feel free to correct me if you think I'm wrong, but yeah, I think that's probably going to work best for me. So I will leave it there. Thank you very much for sticking around whilst I have been very, very quiet on this channel. And thank you for watching all the way to the end of this video. If you did watch all the way to this end of this video, please put like a little flower in the comments so that I know. And if you've got anything you want me to show in my vlogs, if you want to, you know, updates on anything particular, let me know. And I'll see you again soonish for another video.